Hello everyone, it is me and we are going over Road to Glory episode 20. Absolute massive jam-packed episode, can't wait for it. So stay tuned for all the juicy upgrades that we've had, as well as some new heroes we've actually recruited into the roster today. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Road to Glory episode 20 in the series, which is absolutely insane that we've got so far. But with that note already said, smash a like, comment and subscribe to the series, guys, if you've been enjoying it. It is purely free to play. Again, we've not spent a single dime in this, so all the gems we've been able to get is through the free features of the game. So today we're going to be going over what I've been obviously doing in the past couple of days, since we are currently, when we go into the VIP area, day 33 since the last video. So we're going to obviously update you guys what we've been on. So let's go into our buildings, because you can see our buildings is nicely obviously coming along. It's the structure of our city looks beautiful still, but we did manage to complete our Alliance Hall, which is nice. So this is level 19, and we did also do our Foundry, our Herbalist Hut, which is over here. And then now, as you can see, we are upgrading our wall. We could speed this through, but I've been using, as you can see, just these building speed ups, and I've been trying to stack all the rest of the speed ups that I've got, right? So we're going to try and hold those out until we get to City Hall 20, because as soon as we get to 20 and we can push into 21, that's when we're going to need those speed ups so we can get our tier 4 really fastly unlocked. So that's where the buildings are being progressive, which is beautiful. Our troops as well have been coming along nicely. We've also finished now on day 33 all of our infantry units. So all of our mage, archers and infantry units are all converted from tier 1s or tier 2 units all into tier 3. So now we're just training fresh tier 3 every single day and building up as many of these units as we can until we hit 21. And then obviously when we get to City Hall 21, we're going to be making a nice push, upgrading again all of those units from tier 3 into tier 4, and then only training tier 4 units. So that's what we're going to be doing in the future for the game. So that is the progress on now the buildings and obviously our troops covered. When we go into our research, the research is coming along nicely. We've done almost level 7 on architecture. We're going to keep trying to push this up now a little bit as we go through. The reason is the higher we can get this before it's required to do any other sort of tech or buildings, it's going to obviously reduce the time we're going to need when we're going to go to level 20 and then inevitably level 21. So what we've been doing in the research section, as you can see, we've been doing a little bit more in the eco tree. We started doing a little bit in the weak points now, just to give us a little bit of extra damage when it comes to peacekeeping. But what we did also do during our off time, as you can see, we've hit range 10 out of 10. We're about to do our range protection for 10 out of 10 once the peacekeeping one is done today. And then what we've been doing slowly is getting our melee guys ready. So they're at 5 out of 5 on each one, which is nice. So allow both of these, gives us a bit of a frontline edge. Because at the moment, our Dragon Trials, we were struggling. But that was because, again, we were running just 1 out of 10 and 1 out of 10. So now we've gone back and upgraded these just a little bit to give us a little bit of strength. As you can see, we've still kept these at 3, 3, 3, and 3 all the way across. And we will be going, obviously, to pathfinding and then upgrading it to unlock our tier 4 units ready. But we do need City Hall 21. We do need, obviously, Research Center 21 as well. So we're not pushed, as you can see at the moment. We're still at level 18, so we do have one more level to go, which we will do once we've hit City Hall 21. We're going to be, obviously, pushing our main building requirements. And then once we hit City Hall 21, we're going to do the simple 21 building, 21 Alliance Center. We will then push this to 21, which will allow us to get our tier 4 research. And what I'm going to be doing then is also upgrading some of these buildings now. So, because obviously we haven't been upgrading a lot of our troop buildings. We've been just doing the minimal needed. But this is now where we can kind of go into overdrive with the account and start focusing on pushing out troops and actually upgrading massive amount of troops in our downtime. So what we'll most likely do once we've got our School of Sages, our research center, all the way to 21, we're going to be most likely pushing our fungal tree to around level 18, 19 again. We're going to push our archer range again around to level 18, 19, and our longleaf archers to around 18 and 19. And then later on, when we're going towards the end of the season, we will then obviously push our elk stable up when it's required, and then hopefully with all that set in stone, we'll be in a nice place. So in the future, when we do hit the City Hall 23 upgrade, it does require you to upgrade your eagle nest all the way to 23. And in order to upgrade this eagle nest all the way to 23, it does require each of these buildings here to be 23 too. So it's a good round once we hit level 21 to start pushing some of these buildings up, because we're going to be benefiting from it as well. Because obviously we're going to be training more troops every day. We're going to be able to upgrade more troops every day, which is obviously benefits. And also when you do click onto the building itself, you're going to see you gain that overall HP bonus. So even when we hit at least 21 on these buildings, we're going to get an extra 1.5 HP overall bonus, which is going to be nice for our units, again, in the PvP area. So that is a nice update with everything going on in the city. You can see we've hit 6,000 gems. The reason we've been able to hit so many gems is because NXN has gone through a nice little bit of restructuring at the moment. They have merged with NRE, so a load of the core members have joined into NXN, and we've been able to, put those members back into NRE that were a little bit lower power or may have been less active in the alliance. There might have been multiple reasons. Again, I'm not the officers in charge of recruitment. Obviously those guys know what they're talking about when in regards to who comes and who goes. So obviously if you want to join the alliance and you're in the server, obviously speak to someone like Trip or someone in the alliance that is an XN, and they'll be able to help you out. As long as it's an officer or an R5, they'll obviously point you in the right direction. But because we've had that nice little bit of restructuring, we've had a nice massive influx, as you can see, in activity. A lot of players all beautifully together, grouped nicely. And what we did last night and recorded was the dire bear. So we killed one dire bear here. We also killed a hydra up here. And we also went all the way back into zone 1, if I can remember where my zone 1 was. There it is. And we even killed this hydra all the way back up here, which allowed us to gain a nice amount of gems for the account. And which is nice is we're at 6,000, and being at 6,000 gems is great, because it means if a wheel does come around, and maybe it's a Canara wheel, we can hopefully spin it. And if we can spin it, we might be able to unlock Canara for the account, which means in the future, when we go to our heroes, our Nico here is going to be able to be 5111, and then we can use our dailies to upgrade our Canara, so then she'll be 51111. So that's going to be the aim. Obviously, we can see he's at 3 and 0. I have only put one sculpture into him because I was on 16. So we've got 15 right here. So what we're going to do basically, and my aim is, when we unlock or find a full Nico, so when we open 10 gold keys and we get 10 heads for our Nico, I'm going to pump the rest of those units in to the Nico. So what we're going to be doing is dropping, say, if I've got 1 head now, we'll get 10 heads, we'll be at 11. Then I'm going to use these universals to put 4 into him, and then that will give him to level 4. And then hopefully again, if we get lucky, we'll open another 10 gold keys in the future. And then if again he's around level, 2, 3, 4, or even 5, as soon as we open 10, again he's going to be able to level up. So we don't have to invest too many heads into him straight away, because we do only want to get him at a 5-1-1-1 stage. At the moment, as a free-to-play player, we don't want to bite off more than we can chew, right? So in our downtime, I do have footage of it, but I'm going to play it at the end of the video. But in a freely daily spin, we did unlock Sneakyy. So we've unlocked Sneakyy and we've unlocked Fear as well. Both of these have been recorded. Well, the Fear has been recorded, the Sneakyy hasn't, because honestly I don't think anyone expects it. When you wake up in the morning, you're half asleep, you've got your free spin and you click free and you get a free legendary. It was something I couldn't believe. But we got Sneakyy on the account, which is cool, because obviously it gives us a new legendary commander. Obviously not good for us, because we're not a spender. Obviously, when those bundles pop up, a low spender should always be spending to get those extra 10 legendary heads every time. So we don't get that benefit. So obviously getting Sneakyy is really cool for the account. Obviously hype that we've got her. And we're going to be doing, obviously, the trust exercise with her to get at least a 2-0 for free. But we did record, though, 10 gold keys, and when we opened 10 gold keys, we did find Fear. So stay tuned for that footage at the end of the video. Obviously you're gonna see what else did get opened in there, because there was some juiciness in there, so I hope you enjoy it. So we did push all the way through. I'm gonna equip, remember guys, to equip someone with an artifact, even if they've just come in, just because it does give you that little bit of extra power when you're looking for power in your alliance. So that's what we've been doing with those guys. Obviously, you can see our Gohan win is 552. She's amazingly coming along. Only 10 heads to go, so we're going to try and find those through scouting. And then our Craig still 552, and he's still 230. Still a long way to go for him. But as soon as we get him again, 555, and then we star him up to 1, we're going to be in a very happy zone. Our Wild Deer is at 5231. With Atheist is still at 51111. And our Eliana is at 5421 already, from doing a load of, in the early game, the Eliana event. But a lot of these sculptures have been coming from the Alliance chest, which is really good, because I haven't got too many puppets left. So I'm going to be waiting for the next Eliana event, because it's really good to obviously get those sculptures and puppets to summon her. But the Eliana event also gives you a bunch of speed ups, right? So that is another reason we're going to be going into that later on. So I hope you've been enjoying it. We're almost pushing, you can see, 2.9 million power on season 1. Nice and easy for the free-to-play player. We've been obviously trucking along on the account, as well as been playing on the main account, trying to give you guys free footage as well as talent builds for Call of Dragons. So if you've enjoyed today's episode on episode 20 of the Road to Glory series, smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But I'm going to do that nice smooth transition, and we're going to see the 10 gold key opening before we close out the video. But remember guys, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. It obviously helps me a ton. The channel's almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. But every day is a new day, so we take every day a day at a time, and we grow together. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey so far. But with all that said, let's move on with the 10 gold key opening and the end of the video.